We come to you live at Bob Wren Stadium here in beautiful Athens, Ohio for Game 2 of a 3-game set between the Ohio Bobcats and the Akron Zips as Mid-American Conference play is in full swing. I'm Eli Maestros, joined alongside by Luke Davis for this Saturday afternoon tilt.
Eli, looking at Game 1, not where the Bobcats wanted to start, a 21-7 loss. Akron was feeling it all in that game. Bobcats coming in today looking to change it up.
21-7, as you mentioned, a 7-inning mercy rule where the Zips really took it to the Bobcats. They're going to roll out a similar lineup today, and we'll go through it real quick for you. Kelton Phillips leads it off and plays center field. Brody Krisman, the hottest hitter in this Akron lineup, hits second. The brothers Blake Bowen and Brady Bowen are the 3 and 4 hitters, followed by Easton Edmondson and Brennan Morgan, Prince Dubosky, Gio Melchioni, and Tucker Beal rounds out the starting 9 that will take on Hunter Winston from the Bobcats.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier, Chrisman, Mr. Do-It-All here for Akron so far. He has been great this season. He has played every game so far for the Zips. He is second in team average, first in hits. He's tied first in doubles, second in home runs, first in RBIs, first in stolen bases. I could go on and on about him, this number 2 hitter. But first, looking up at Phillips.
Kelton Phillips, the center fielder, steps into the right-hander's batter's box. Hunter Winston, the lengthy left-handed pitcher, looks in, and we're underway from Bob Wren Stadium. His first pitch shot into right field, slicing down the line. It will go just foul, inches past the chalk down the right field side.
First pitch coming in, 87 miles an hour. Winston is ready to go here early in the ballgame.
Hunter Winston, his 7th start of the year, 10th appearance overall, to the tune of a 7.56 ERA, which is below the team average of 10.54. It's been one of the more reliable starters for Coach C this spring. 25 innings pitched, allowed 21 earned runs, 28 runs total, 21 walks to 14 strikeouts. Done well keeping the ball in the ballpark. Only 1 homer allowed this season. His second pitch comes inside to Phillips. Winston got the ball last Friday at Central Michigan in Mount Pleasant. Went 3 2/3 innings and only gave up a run despite 7 base runners. But a big part of his escape act was 5 strikeouts for the big lefty.
And looking at the show that Coach C had yesterday, definitely going to rely on Winston to get deep in this ball game and keep those hit totals low and try to give the Bobcats a chance this week.
Winston falls behind 3-1 to the leadoff hitter Phillips. Big hack and fouled straight backwards, and the count is full for the first batter of the day. Winston's been primarily fastball in this at-bat. See if he pulls the string on Phillips. The left-hander's ready. Here's his pitch. Another one shot to the right side. A foul ball. Phillips hitting .322 coming into this game. Kind of a prototypical leadoff guy. 39 hits, only 6 of them for extra bases. He does have a long ball on the season. Full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Hunter Winston blows it by Phillips for out number 1.
Yeah, just a tremendous pitch there. Winston just a little behind that pitch at 87 miles an hour.
So Phillips retired. The first Zip of the day goes down by way of the K. Brody Krisman, as you mentioned earlier, the leader in many statistical categories for the Zips, will have a lefty-lefty matchup. Winston's spinner misses just high. Krisman hitting .374, 9 homers, 11 doubles, 42 runs, OPS well over 1,000. He stares at ball 2 upstairs, another breaking ball.
And you looked yesterday, a tremendous day for him. 3 for 4, 3 hits, 1 home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 walks as well. An overall complete day for Chrisman.
Ball 3. And walks have been a problem not just for Hunter Winston, but this Bobcat staff as a whole. They're in the lower part of not just, well, they are the leaders in walks allowed by far in the Mid-American Conference. And then when you look at the country as a whole, they're in the bottom quarter at least. 263 free passes issued along with 70 hit by pitches. Not a recipe for success. Big cut and a miss from Chrisman trying to attack a 3-1 fastball, but for the second time today, we've got a full count.
That's exactly what Coach C wanted to see Hunter Winston go. He goes down 3-0, comes back, 2 straight strikes, looking for the punch-out pitch.
That went in off the hands, back over the netting behind home plate. And we'll do it again at 3-2. 2 long at-bats so far for the Zips. Winston's ready. Here's his 3-2. Misses low and outside with the fastball. And the first Zip reaches of the day. It's Brody Chrisman. His 30th walk of the season. His on-base percentage nearing 500.
That is exactly where you want to be for Chrisman so far. Getting later into the season, those at-bats are going to start to count up more and more.
The first of the brothers. This is Blake Bowen, the older of the 2 Bowen brothers. Sees the first pitch high from Wooster, Ohio. Are the Bowens baseball royalty up there in southern northeast Ohio? Winston checks on Chrisman at first. He dives back unbothered.
Yeah, you look at Bowen, transferred back in from Kentucky. 2025, 33 appearances, hit .279, and this is the leader for Akron in walks. He has 48 on the season.
Good pitch by Winston on the outside, an animated strike call from our home plate umpire. That is Jim Strauss behind the plate. That one runs inside on Bowen. 2-1. 21-7 yesterday. Your final score. The Zips really took it to the home side, winning by 14 runs in the series opener. That one misses just a bit off the plate, it looks like. And it's 3-1, and Winston's not in a place he wants to be. Already issuing a walk, and now to 3-1 count to a very dangerous hitter. Swing and a miss. 86-mile-an-hour fastball up on the hands. And for the third time today, we've got a full count.
Eli, I wonder how many times the game started out with 3 full counts to the first 3 hitters?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's not fun for Winston up there as he'll throw over to Brady Alexander at first. Three-two pitch, swing and a miss. So 2 strikeouts and a walk for Winston so far, and 2 huge outs against the 1-2-3 in this potent Zips lineup. That punch-out gives way to the younger brother, Brady Bowen, who has been just exceptional for the Zips team both year on both sides of the ball. He in 48 at-bats is hitting .438 at the dish. So limited sample size, but when he's up there, he's hitting. And the reason he's not hitting much is because he has 12 appearances on the mound to the tune of a 2.14 ERA in 42 innings pitched. It's exceptional what Brady Bowen is doing here in his first season in Akron.
Yeah, Bowen showing shades maybe of Shohei Ohtani with the 2-way batting and pitching. Just fantastic here. Had a home run yesterday in 4 at-bats with 4 hits.
Wow.
He was tremendous.
3-0 to him is Winston. Looking to find the zone. Walked Chrisman, excuse me, that's how he's on first base with a gaudy lead. That finds the outside of the plate. Winston slowed it down a little bit. Was able to catch the black. 3-1 count. No dice there, as that'll be ball 4. The second walk of the inning from Hunter Winston. And 2 aboard with 2 down here in the first.
Yeah, and this is the exact position that Winston doesn't want to be in. Gave 2 free passes. Has already had a long inning here. 2 away. Just attack this batter here. Try to get out of the inning and get the bats moving in the bottom of the first.
The grad student, Easton Amundsen. The Idaho native from Nampa, Idaho. The pride of Ridgeview High School out in the northwest. He stares at a first pitch just off the dish. Started his collegiate career at Lower Columbus Community College, then was at MSU Denver for a time. He sees one at his eyes, and it's 2-0 yet again. 4 of the 5 at-bats, Winston has fallen behind in. He's gotten to 3 balls in all 4 at-bats. That one skied straight backwards. Where's that going to land? Do we have to watch our heads? I think we're safe for now.
I'm worried. I don't think I ever heard that ball land, so.
It still might be in the air. That was sky high.
So we'll still be on the lookout for that one.
2 on, 2 out, 2-1 count. That's a great pitch that nips the outside corner from Winston. And he's 1 strike away from escaping danger.
Yeah, right here. Put the ball in the zone and try to get out of this inning.
2-2 pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did. Home plate umpire says he went around, and Hunter Winston strikes out the side. It is first sitting to work, and it's a goose egg for the Zips. 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first from sunny Athens, Ohio. Hunter Winston threw a goose egg in the top of the first inning, and it's the Bobcats' first time up with the bats in the second game of this series. Brady Alexander will lead things off. The first baseman for the Bobcats today. He was a good piece of this team last year. He's a true sophomore and was hurt to start this year. Didn't play in the early part of the season. Recently made his return to the diamond. He's been the leadoff guy in the last couple of games, hitting .275. And he takes the first two pitches from Carter Beck, outside and inside. The freshman left-handed fireballer out of Avon, Indiana. Can spin it up to the low 90s. And misses outside, and it's 3-0 to Brady Alexander.
Yeah, Beck, the young freshman, has a limited profile of work so far, only 7 2/3 pitched, has a 9.39 ERA. His last outing was last Sunday against NIU.
And he starts his day in Athens with a 4-pitch walk to Alexander, who will trot his way down onto first base. His fourth walk of the season. And that'll bring up Colton Shirley. DHing today, usually playing first base. He gets off his feet for an afternoon. Hitting .286 in 23 appearances. There's the first strike of the day from Carter Beck. Like you mentioned, Beck, only 7 2/3, has gotten the start the last two Sundays, but has been used, I believe, strategically as kind of an opener, a guy to go. Gets you through the order once or twice. Almost hit Shirley with a spinner. Last Sunday against NIU, he went 2 2/3 innings, gave up 2 hits, a run, 4 walks, but also 4 strikeouts. And then the Sunday before that, went an inning with 3 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Alexander's off and running. Pitch outside. Throw into second, not in time. Feet first slide from Brady Alexander as he swipes second base.
Yeah, it's a great jump from Alexander. As soon as it was out of the hand, he was off and running. It's his second stolen base, second attempt, so he will stay perfect.
Shirley couldn't pull the trigger on an 87-mile-an-hour fastball, and count evens. 2 balls and 2 strikes for this lefty-on-lefty matchup. Freshman versus graduate student. 2-2 pitch. Shirley chops on the ground. It's a high chop. Under at his back, spins, throws to first, and retires Shirley, who is busting it down the line. But he moves the runner over, and the Bobcats are 90 feet away from the first run of the afternoon.
Yeah, as frustrating as it is to get that out, it's productive out. Advances Alexander 90 feet, and the Bobcats are immediately in an attacking position here. Only 1 out.
That'll bring up the team's biggest power threat. Cameron Boyd, in the 3-hole today, leads the team in home runs with 8 of them. And is tied for the lead in doubles with 10. Hitting .278 on the season. Also the team leader in strikeouts with 43, so it's been a bit hit or miss, literally, no pun intended, for Cameron Boyd.
Yeah, Boyd is definitely someone who is not afraid to swing the bat. Looking to make any contact he can. Put this ball in play.
He takes 2 fastballs off the outside part of the plate. Count favors the hitter. Beck versus Boyd. From the windup with a runner on third. This is with his 3rd fastball arm side in a row. You'd have to think, with the control issues we've seen early, 3-0 count, Boyd's got to have a red light. 3-0 pitch. Just above the belt. Beck didn't like the call. Nonetheless, Cameron Boyd will trot on down to first base with the 2nd walk of the inning.
Bobcats now have runners on the corners See if Boyd maybe tries to swipe it back here. He's 13 of 14 on the season. Try to get into a better position here. Runners on second and third rather than first and third.
I would say with the aggressive nature of trying to get runs here early, I'd imagine he goes on the first pitch. Well, he does not, and Henson fouls that one up behind us.
Yeah, I think Boyd and Beck had a little stare off there. Beck, obviously, the lefty, a little more difficult. We'll see how aggressive Coach C is here.
It's always
try to get Boyd in motion. See if they can force it. Some kind of mistake. Maybe get Alexander home.
Breaking ball misses outside. It's always tough with a lefty on the bump, especially early in a game, and you haven't seen the move to first yet to gauge how aggressive you can be. I think some youthful inexperience with Beck being a freshman could come into play with the Bobcats, as Boyd looked like he was going to go there, twitched towards second base, but had to jog back to first instead.
You immediately mentioned that we haven't seen the pickoff move. There it is. Boyd taking his confident lead at first, just trying to play any mind games he can with Beck.
That one laced into center field, giving chase to Bosky. He makes a catch waist high. Boyd thought the ball was down, and he'll get doubled up. An 8-3 double play, a mental error from Cameron Boyd will end the inning. What was promising runners on the corner, one out, turns into a scoreless bottom of the first for Ohio. We head to the second. No score yet. Top of the second here from Athens. 0-0, Akron versus Ohio in Game 2 of this Mid-American Conference Series. Brennan Morgan, the third baseman, this afternoon will get things started for the Zips against Hunter Winston. First pitch nips the inside corner for a strike. Brennan Morgan hitting .287 on the season in 122 at-bats. Has started all but 4 games. 35 hits, only 9 doubles as the extra base hits, as he takes a big swing and a miss on a 12-6 drop ball from Hunter Winston. Morgan leads the team in hit by pitches with 10.
just seeing where he is right now. Likes to crowd the plate.
That one a soft liner right at the second baseman, Henson. He won't get an easier play than that. And that is out number 1. Winston able to get that fastball in on the hands. Produce very weak contact, only 59 miles an hour off the bat.
And now we look at Prince Daboski. Coming in this weekend, hadn't had a home run. He's now up to 2 after yesterday.
A multi-home run week for Daboski. The center fielder hitting .375 coming into today. Prince Daboski, that's a great name.
That is a great baseball name.
That's one that caught my eye when doing research for this game. Daboski comes up empty on another breaking ball. Seems like Winston's confident with the spinner. Daboski has been a bit of a gypsy in his college days. Central Arizona College is where he started, then Scottsdale Community College, Jackson State, and now Akron, as he has a fastball blown right by him by Winston, 86 miles an hour up at the eyes.
And that's now 4 strikeouts here to open the day out for Winston. This is exactly the start he wanted.
Gio Melchioni, the backstop for Akron. The 8-hitter in this lineup, the next to try to solve the challenge Hunter Winston has provided. He's really got that breaking ball on full tilt. Tried to tunnel it with the fastball. Misses high. Count evens 1 apiece.
Yeah, Melchioni, another Arizona native. I'm interested how they go from Arizona all the way out to Ohio. 2 very different climates.
He fouls that one straight back into the netting. Melchioni has played at Gonzaga and UNLV. Originally, like you said, from Gilbert, Arizona, Desert Ridge High School out there in the Southwest. And he makes his way to Akron, Ohio, as he skies that one to center. Harris shielding the sun. It's Hill who ranges over and makes the play. A 1-2-3 inning for Hunter Winston. 2 straight scoreless innings thrown by the left-handed sophomore. And we'll be right back with the bottom of the second. 0-0. We reach the bottom of the second inning. Dylan Shepard, the 5-hitter, will step to the dish. It's been an unfortunate end to the bottom of the first. If you're looking at it from Ohio's perspective, had runners on the corner with 1 out due to 2 walks. And then Will Henson smoked a line drive straight at the center fielder. But the runner on first, Cameron Boyd, thought the ball was down, I guess, because by the time he caught the ball, Boyd was halfway between second and third base when he was originally on first base, and it was a pretty easy throw and catch to double him up.
Yeah, I think he heard the contact off the bat, and even up in the booth, it was solid contact. I think he just expected it to get down.
Henson hit it 106 miles an hour. According to our TrackMan data, Shepard chops that in front of the plate, rolls to second. Bowen to retire Dylan Shepard. Brady to Blake. Younger brother to older brother. They man the right side of that Akron infield. Let's go around the horn for the Zips. In left field, it's Daboski. Phillips in center. Chrisman in right. Brennan Morgan at third base. Tucker Beal at shortstop. Brady Bowen at second. Blake Bowen at first. And Gio Melchioni behind the dish. Carter Beck, the pitcher, misses with ball 1 to Tyler Stack, the 6'5" catcher for the Bobcats.
Those are 2 stats you don't typically hear. A tall catcher is very unheard of.
Can't be fun on the knees. Stack also have seen some time in center field. 2 positions that don't necessarily go together. 1-1 pitch to him is a breaking ball just outside. Tried to backdoor. Stack, the Xavier transfer, stares at 91 outside for ball 3.
Yeah, he is exactly where he wants to be here. Gonna try to take as long of an at-bat as he can, put this pressure on Beck.
The 3-1. That one is a strike. Right on the outside corner. Stack looked like he was ready to toss the bat and jog down to first. Nonetheless, he'll have to take a payoff pitch from Beck. The lefty from the windup. Stack fouls that one off to the right. Lives to see another pitch. Beck hands at his belt. Here's the payoff pitch. Way high. Even to the 6'5" Stack that was up at the helmet area. And he will reach first base. The 3rd walk issued by Carter Beck.
Yeah, we look at Stack. He gets a season-high 3 stolen bases twice, both against Bowling Green and Dayton. So this is a 6'5" guy that can move on the base paths.
19 for 21 overall. When it comes to stealing bases, Brady Alexander was able to swipe one off the battery of Beck and Melchioni in the first.
I mentioned 1921. It's a team high. So Stack, the catcher, is the one that's swiping bags.
Healthy lead over at first. There he goes. Harris swings and pops that one up to right. It's a long run towards the line and sliding, unable to make the play. A valiant effort by Brody Chrisman.
Yeah, I just felt like he was running forever there. And the biggest worry from the dugout was going to be another mistake there with Stack getting doubled up. But you do have to think, of all players on the field who would understand how to swipe a bag the best, it has to be your catcher. I mean, he sees pitchers step off, wind up, everything. He has to understand when the best way to go is.
He goes again. Pitch misses low. Throw skips in and gets past the shortstop, allowing Stack to move up 90 more feet with a head-first dive.
And just as we said, there goes Stack. Swipes second and might as well take third while he's at it.
That throw got past both the shortstop Beal and the second baseman Brady Bowen. And by the time Phillips was able to retrieve it in center, Stack had already extended his 6'5" frame into the third base bag. So 1 down for Harris. 2 strikes on him. Runner on third. Tried the backdoor breaking ball. Harris spits on it. Count even 2 apiece.
This is almost the exact same place the Bobcats were an inning ago. Runner on third, 1 out. Just trying to get the runner home.
Another breaking ball misses in the left-hander's batter's box. Full count, 3-2. We've seen a lot of those today. Both pitchers with those pitch counts rising quickly. Payoff pitch. Harrison on the hands, pops it up first base side. Blake Bowen in foul territory makes the play, and that will be out number 2, a huge out for Carter Beck. Ran it up to 92 miles an hour, his hardest pitch of the day, in on the hands of Harris. That pop out gives way to Cam Hill, who's been moved down to the 8-hole after some struggles as of late, hitting .252. That average was closer to 300 at the beginning of the month. Breaking ball lands for a first pitch strike. We haven't seen many of those from Beck.
Yeah, Beck's still looking for his first strikeout of the day.
Way outside on pitch 2. Melchione lucky to get a glove to it and keep Stack at bay at third. You know he wants to run on any sign of a dirt ball. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Hill able to lay off a pitch that almost hit him. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Chicago native. Illinois State transfer. That's a good fastball that nips the outside corner, and Carter Beck as 1 strike away from battling out of yet another inning with runners on the bases. He'll go from the windup on the 2-2. Hill just gets a piece of it, shoots it back to the net, and stays alive.
Yeah, great here from Hill. Just keep battling. Ohio has that first run, trying to extend their lead here.
That pitch misses high. Did Hill go? No, he did not, says our base umpire. That did not cross the plane enough for Ron Whiting to toss up his fist, and we have a full count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Beck with a good hard fastball on the outside part of the plate, and he battles out of his second inning in a row with a runner on third base and keeps it scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second. Top of the third, 1-0 Ohio. No, I'm not going crazy. The run on the first inning fly out into a double play where Cameron Boyd got caught thinking there was 2 outs. What we did not see was Brady Alexander tagged up on the same play that they threw to first and got Boyd out, and he scored before the play was made at first base, meaning that run counted.
Yeah,
If I'm correct, and that's probably the best way I could explain it.
That sounds about as close as I'd explain it.
So Hunter Winston does have a lead to protect. 1-0 Bobcats in the top of the third. No hits yet for either team, but they combined 5 walks from both starting lefties. Tucker Beal fouls that straight back. The .233 hitter. Definitely more of a contact-oriented guy, and he can fly. 14 for 18 on stolen bases is the Zip shortstop. He's got 2 strikes on him to lead off this third inning. That one way low in the dirt, gets past the glove of Stack.
Yeah, you look at Beal, he is the epitome of consistency. He has now appeared in 36 of the 43 games this Akron squad has played in.
Full count pitch, hits Beal right in the elbow, and he will trot down to first base. Looks like he was pretty content with taking 86 to the elbow guard. And for the first time today, the leadoff Zip reaches.
Yeah, so far, only the third walk of the day for Winston. He has been throwing it well. And now we're going to go back to the top with Phillips. Did he give him that first time with the strikeout?
Phillips takes a big cut and a miss at the first pitch. A breaking ball. Beal stands on first, a lot of speed. And Winston will try to keep him in check with a throw over. Shepard, the third baseman, playing in towards the cut of the grass, or, well, I guess the change of color in the turf here at Bob Brown Stadium. With second baseman Henson shaded well over towards the second base bag, and then Cale Steinbaugh, the shortstop, playing deep in the hole. Good spot by Winston with the fastball. 1-2 count to Phillips. Like you said, struck out his first time up. One of 3 strikeouts in that first inning as Winston wiped out the side. He'll toss over to first. A little concern from Beal. Is in standing.
Yeah, Winston, the whole game so far, has been worried about that runner on first. Just trying to instill the fear on the runners.
He'll toss over again. To no avail. Akron definitely a team that likes to run, and they've got the guys to do it. They're 107 in 129 in the season stolen bases. And for comparison, their opponents only 86 stolen bases. They have more stolen bases than their opponents have attempted this season. 107 to 103.
That is not a statistic you hear every day.
And Beal is one of those guys that can run, 14 of them on the season. 2-strike pitch, swing, and a miss on the curveball. Phillips fooled yet again.
Yeah, same pitch, same result here.
First out in the third inning for Winston. His 5th strikeout of the day at 5 in his last time out at Central Michigan. So that ties his season high already through 2 1/3. Went 3 2/3 in that Central Michigan game. But now he has to face the ever dangerous Brody Chrisman, and we walked the first time up. We went through the stats his first time up, the 9 home runs, the OPS well over 1,000, the 374 batting average. I mean, Chrisman is definitely in consideration for that All-MAC first team. Good spot by Winston on the outside. Chrisman disagrees. Beal yet to make his move to second. You think it's coming at some point with the way he runs and the huge lead he has over there at first base. Cut and a miss on a fastball upstairs. Winston working quick, keeping both batter and runner off balanced.
Yeah, with how often Winston is checked over the first, though, there's really not much reason to go right now. Only 1 out. You have your best hitter at the plate. See what action you can get.
In the dirt, Stack blocks it. Beal is a third of the way to second base, had to put the brakes on and dive back in as Stack made a really good play behind the dish using that 6'5" frame to knock that ball down as Winston only got it about 55 feet to the plate. Count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. Curveball that Chrisman tried to lean into originally, then had to hope didn't break enough to catch that top part of the zone. Full count. That one lined into left field, a base hit. Went the opposite way, a really good piece of hitting. And Boyd cuts it off in time to keep Beal at second. But now there's 2 on and 1 out for the Zips.
Yeah, and you feel like that's just how this season has gone so far for the Bobcats. Get into good counts, 3-2, looking for the put-out pitch. And then the batters just poke something out to left field.
The 3-hitter Blake Bowen steps to the dish, struck out his first time up as well. The Kentucky transfer. One of the most highly touted high school baseball prospects in the Buckeye State, coming out in the class of 2024. Takes the second pitch high as well. Winston at 58 pitches. His 59th is a strike. 2-1 the count. He's definitely lost some velocity from when he first came out, which is to be expected, but it's been a 5-mile-an-hour drop. That one into 85 miles an hour. Fastball misses low, and Winston's in danger of loading the bases here in the third inning.
Yeah, that 5-mile-an-hour drop, not something you see very often here with pitchers.
And he will do exactly that. Ball 4 to Bowen. So a hit by pitch, a single, and a free pass means ducks on the pond for Brady Bowen. But first we'll have a chat at the mound. As we reach the early evening stage here in Athens, it's roughly 5 p.m. Scenic Bob Wren Stadium, alumni weekend here for the Bobcat faithful. We celebrated the class of 1991, the 1991 Ohio Bobcat baseball team that won the MAC tournament. Good to see some familiar faces back in the ballpark, littered around Bob Wren Stadium. Pretty good turnout for a Saturday 4 p.m. game here in the later stages of Mid-American Conference play. For the Bobcats, the goal right now is to limit the damage. Bases juiced for Brady Bowen, who does damage. Slaps a single through the left side. One will score, and the throw comes home. Chrisman holds at third. but the Zips are on the board courtesy of a Brady Bowen rocket.
Yeah, one pitch is all he needed. Gets the RBI and advances the runners. Good at bat there from Bowen.
Hunted the first pitch, hit it 104 miles an hour through the 5-6 hole. And the line keeps moving. Easton Admonson watches the ball go low.
Bobcats a little bit of action in the bullpen. Looks like a southpaw getting warmed here.
Breaking ball drops in for a strike, evens it up 1-1. Give a shout out to the Bob Wrenn Stadium concessions team. It smells unbelievable.
It is amazing here.
The aroma at Bob Wrenn Stadium is worth the price of admission, and I'm sure the taste of the food is only a bonus.
I'd say just the entire view of Bob Wrenn Stadium. I mean, looking out into center field with the brick buildings.
Another ball hammered into the outfield for a base hit. Cam Hill cuts this one off and will throw in, and the line continues to move. Amundsen, this time with the RBI single. It zips 2-1.
Yeah, everyone just moves up 90 feet. And still no movement here from Coach C.
That one 106 off the bat, so 2 RBI singles in a row, 104 and 106 off the aluminum. Another one roped down the line, that one just foul. First pitch swinging from Brennan Morgan.
With only one out, we're going to see how much longer can he go before the Bobcats ultimately make the change.
A double play ball is the dream here from Winston. Swing and a miss, sped it up to 88 to get it past Morgan, and he's got full advantage in this count, 0-2.
Yeah, if he can't get the double play, that strike is just as nice.
The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball fooled Morgan. And a massive second out for Hunter Winston as the Bobcats' nerves are settled a little bit.
Winston, 6th strikeout. Coming up, Daboski had a strikeout his last time up just an inning ago. One of the hotter hitters in this lineup.
Prince Daboski, the left fielder, takes a breaking ball upstairs. He's been a rotational outfielder for the Zips, but is getting the opportunity in this series for the start. "21 games, 12 starts, .375 average before today. 2 home runs. And that one is smoked to left. Did he get enough of it? He did not. Cameron Boyd will settle under it and put it away for out number 3. So 2 come across for Akron, but Winston does well to limit any other damage. It's 2-1 Zips as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Kale Steinbaugh due up first for Ohio. It's the 9-hitter, then we'll flip the lineup over for the Bobcats, now trailing 2-1 for the first time today. Their 2-run top of the third from Akron. Carter Beck retakes the hill for Akron. Misses with his first pitch. High and outside. When he's missed, it seemed to be there with the fastball, especially, has trouble pulling it across the body. He's issued 3 walks today. And now a hit by pitch. Kale Steinbaugh wears one in the lead leg. And he will gingerly make his way to first base. That one was verbose. You could hear it up here.
Yeah, Steinbaugh's just going to take his time. That one definitely not enjoyable off the ankle.
I think he heard me talking up here about pulling the ball across his body and then maybe thought a little too much of it. I'm sorry, man.
Listen to your instructions just a little bit too well. Pull it across all the way to the ankle.
I feel worse for Steinbaugh. It's all my fault. 90 miles an hour to the leg. Ugh.
We'll say the Steinbaugh 2 of 3 for stolen bases versus the Temps.
Both teams not necessarily concerned about the pickoff move, even though there are 2 lefties on the hill. Definitely a game plan coming in to get off of first base, get big leads, get big secondaries, and try to create some havoc on the base paths. First 2 pitches to Brady Alexander miss high, and now time will be called. Melchione wants to go chat with Beck.
Yeah, as we look back at Brady Alexander, you mentioned earlier that injury he faced. That was this hamstring injury back in February. Made his return against Ball State. Played 2 games in that series for the first time since the 20th against Texas Tech. Then Tennessee Tech, excuse me. Good to see him back in the lineup, obviously leading off, playing first, making the differences that this Bobcat team needs from him.
Made that return, like you said, against Ball State, but didn't play multiple games in a series until last weekend in Mount Pleasant against the Chippewas. Beck's third fastball misses outside, and he's down 3-0 to Alexander, who had a free pass his first time up.
And Alexander will definitely take that free pass, get runners on first and second, and just keep the line moving for Shirley.
That one splits the plate in half. 3-1. Beck will check on Steinbaugh at first, although after he got hit in the ankle, I don't know if he's going anywhere anytime soon. Probably still nursing what will turn into a welt pretty quickly. Big hack from Alexander. Nicks it into the net behind the plate, and we've got a full count.
Yeah, full count. Somewhere that Beck is used to so far. Got into 3 of them last inning.
Beck only at 41 pitches despite the amount of high number counts. And Steinbaugh was caught going early. He will be tagged out at second base for out number 1. And with a full count and nobody out, just a brutal mistake to have for the Bobcats.
And just as you mentioned, getting those long leads, those big secondaries, finally comes back to bite Steinbaugh. That ankle's still not 100% yet.
Especially after Brady Alexander takes ball 4 up and away. So what could have been 2 on, nobody out, turns into 1 on, 1 out for Colton Shirley. The Bobcats still search for their first hit of this ball game, but before that, we're going to have a chat on the mound. I'm not sure. This will be a move to the bullpen as that'll be it for Carter Beck. He goes 2 1/3 innings of 1-run ball. It does what is asked of him by Coach Faulds, and we will take a quick break as a new Zip pitcher enters the game. The new arm on the hill for the Zips is Landon Vandegrift, the 6'1 sophomore out of Orient, Ohio. Went to Tees Valley for his high school days, his second season in blue and gold.
Yeah, looking at so far this season, 25 2/3 innings pitched, a 13.32 ERA. He's only allowed 47 hits, including 14 doubles.
That one smoked into center, but right at the center fielder, Phillips. And Shirley comes up a little unlucky on the first pitch Vandegrift throws. And as you mentioned, he's not a guy who shies away from contact.
Yeah, looking at that, giving up 39 runs on the year so far. 11 walks, 15 strikeouts. So he is someone that's going to put the ball in the zone, let his defense do the work.
Which is honestly a nice change of pace, watching a lot of Mid-American Conference baseball.
It really is.
There's a good pitch on the outside from Vandegrift. He's got a little bit of a funky delivery, very herky-jerky. And that ball comes in really high.
Yeah, Grift only at 6'1".
Seems a lot taller out there. He just releases the ball so far above his head. Cameron Boyd fouls that one off to the right side. With 2 down here in the bottom of the third, Ohio trails 1-2. Runner on first is Brady Alexander after a 1-out walk. Vandegrift up 0-2 in the count. Not a swing and miss guy, but Boyd leads the team in strikeouts. He gets enough of that one to muscle it backwards.
Yeah, this really is the pitcher that Cameron Boyd wants to see. Someone's going to put it in the zone, and we know Boyd isn't afraid to swing the bat.
Down in the count, 0-2. That one just off the plate with a good changeup. Slowed it down to 82 miles an hour from his regular 89. Missed a ball width off the plate. Vandegrift working quick. Alexander goes. Boyd skies one into right. Chrisman driving back towards the track. Hand on the wall. It's out of here. Cameron Boyd goes the other way for the first blast of this game and re-gives the Bobcats the lead. That ball really did not seem menacing off the bat.
It really didn't. I thought that was going to be a fly ball to right, and it just kept on carrying. Cameron Boyd extends his lead now as the home run leader for the team. That's his 9th on the season. He's now up to 30 RBIs. So we've got Will Henson stepping into the box.
'11th homer, like you mentioned, on the season for Boyd. Only 94 miles an hour off the bat. You can see, though, I'm not sure if you can see from your angle at home, but the wind is pushing left to right, a little bit out towards right field, too, which could have helped. That one smoked into center. Back goes Phillips, but he couldn't see it. He lost in the sun. The ball hit off him. Now rolls all the way to the track. Henson rounding second into third. He'll stay there with what will surely be ruled as a 3-base error by Phillips. He couldn't see the ball in center, and then it hit him. Fascinating play. We'll kind of make sure the Akron center fielder's okay. You could see the sun beaming off of his glasses out in center. It sits right above home plate in the press box here in Bob Wren Stadium.
Yeah, that is back-to-back mistakes that Akron is not going to be happy with. 2 outs, just trying to get out of the inning. They've now given up a home run and a triple in back-to-back batters.
We'll see what it's officially scored as. It is officially scored as a triple. I thought it would be an error because the contact made by the fielder as that ball hits Shepard. He will trot down to first. Henson was eager to come home on a ball that seemed low. Instead, he'll have to turn around and saunter back to third base. But runners on the corner with 2 outs for Tyler Stack.
Yeah, Will Henson was, as soon as that ball was past the catcher, he was on his way home. And then it was Dylan Shepard playing spoiler, saying, no, it hit me. But once again, another familiar spot here for the Bobcats. Runners on the corners, 2 outs.
Stack swings the first pitch and fouls it right behind the plate. Stack walked and stole second and moved up to third on an overthrow. His last time up in the second inning has a chance to extend the Bobcats' lead. Takes a big cut and comes up empty. Stack wanted to put that ball into the dorms behind the left field fence. Instead, he's down in the count 0-2.
Yeah, his eyes there about as big as saucers.
Stays alive, fouls it back into the netting.
To see if Shepard will be in motion here. Only 2 of 4 on the season stolen bases. They're trying to get that jump step.
Throwback to first. Shepard has to dive in.
Vandergrift trying to keep him true.
Oh, 2 to Stack. Breaking ball. He flails at and stays alive. Way to get the shillelagh on it.
Great job from the catcher. Sure, he was looking for something else. Got mixed up, able to stay alive here, though.
Taylor Harris stands on deck if Stack can keep the inning alive. Pokes it into the right field, a base hit. Another run will score. Shepard will take the turn to third, and Tyler Stack does his job with an RBI single, extending the lead to 2 runs.
As Shepard turned around second, came up limping a little bit.
It was a headfirst dive from Shepard into third base, and now he's getting checked out by the athletic trainer. It's the left leg he's favoring.
The trainers are checking on him. I'm not sure if time has fully been granted yet. I think everyone's just going to give him a second now. Just a great job from Stack. Pokes it in the right field. Advances the runners, exactly what he needed to do.
The Bobcats came into the inning without a hit and have added a home run, triple, and single from Cameron Boyd, Will Henson, and Tyler Stack, respectively. And it looks like Dylan Shepard will remain in the game. And that brings up Taylor Harris, the 7-hitter, with runners on the corners and 2 down. Still plenty of opportunity for damage for Ohio. First pitch catches the top part of the zone at 90 miles an hour from Vandergrift, as he's kind of fit the scouting report exactly so far. A lot of contact, and it's found grass so far for the Ohio hitters. Stack takes off for second, that ball in the dirt. And Tyler Stack has got his second stolen base of the contest as Melchione had no play.
That might be the easiest swiped bag of his life.
Might go down as a defensive indifference in the scorebook. 2 in scoring position for Harris. He looks at a breaking ball outside. He's ahead in the count, 2-1.
Stack has now stolen a base in 3 of his last 4 games.
Harris pushes that foul over the first base visitor dugout into the wind. Runners on second and third for Harris. Speed on second with Stack. A single would likely score them both. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Fastball placed nicely on that outside corner from Vandergrift as he stops the bleeding. But it was a 2-run blast from Cameron Boyd that gave the Bobcats the lead, and then Tyler Stack delivered with an RBI single as Ohio takes a 4-2 advantage into the 4th.
We are back here for the top of the 4th inning. The Bobcats strike twice in the 3rd. They extend their lead 4-2. That first pitch is in for a ball. Gio Melchione up to the plate. Last time up, flied out to right field. That was the 3rd out of the 2nd inning. Second pitch here, also high. 2-0 to start out this count. Hunter Winston Still pitching in the fourth. 2-0. Finds the strike zone, clips it on the inside, 2-1. Exactly what Winston wants here. Two one delivery. That is skied up into right, and a comfortable catch for Hill. That'll get the first out of the inning.
Winston's only allowed one leadoff hitter in his 3 innings of work, and it was last inning when he got tagged for 2 runs.
Yeah, we get Beal now back up to the plate. Had to walk his first time up. He would come all the way around to score. That first pitch is up at the eyes. Looking back at Melchione, he is consistent. Back-to-back flyouts to right. As Winston continues to deal here. Another short pop fly. Hill makes the running catch. Back-to-back plays from Cam Hill. And there is quickly 2 away here in the fourth.
That's a deceptively hard play to make for Cam Hill, running in full speed, and it kind of got him in an awkward spot where it wasn't high enough to stick the glove up, but it wasn't low enough to basket catch it, so it was kind of at the hip. He's able to pick it up off his belt.
Yeah, just a great play, kind of hitting into no man's land as well. But that will bring it top of the lineup. Kelton Phillips back to the plate. His first pitch, he swings on it, catches him on the way. Bit of an odd play there. It'll go down as a foul ball. I'm sure he regrets swinging at that right now.
I think he fouled it into his own leg. He's trying to fight through it right now.
Yeah, I think trainer's going to come over and take a look. As much as Phillips doesn't want that to happen. As we take a look at the MAC standings so far, neither squad really where they want to be so far this season. The Bobcats at the very bottom, they are 5-17 in the MAC, 8-32 overall. Akron not much better, 8-14 overall in the MAC. They are 17-24. Both teams trying to trail. Looking at top of the MAC, Kent State, they are 17-6, 31-10. They have been hot this year. Second to Miami, and closing out the top 3 is Northern Illinois. So 3 squads at the top who are looking to make splashes here, and 3 squads at the bottom. We're giving you entertaining baseball so far on this Saturday afternoon. Kelton Phillips will step back into the box. We are ready to go for more baseball. An 0-1 count off that foul ball. Winston from the stretch. Another delivery in there, and he is ahead 0-2. Winston looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And to get the hot Bobcat bats back up to play. That pitch outside. Still 1-2. The delivery outside from ahead 0-2. They are now tied 2-2.
This is crucial for Winston to not lose this at bat. Had him in a really good spot.
2-2 delivery outside. We will go full. Bobcats do have action in the bullpen. Another southpaw getting ready. See if Winston can get the last out here. 3-2 delivery is upstairs. So Kelton Phillips battles back from 0-2 to draw the walk. And that will bring up the ever-dangerous Brody Chrisman.
And that's worst case scenario for Winston there when up 0-2, then 4 straight balls. And now he's got to face Brody Chrisman, which might be the worst part of that whole ordeal.
Yeah, this really is not much of a reward. You get to go to Chrisman. Has walked both his times up tonight. And he scored back in the third. That was along with Beal. So the lefty-lefty matchup, runner on first. And quickly thrown back. Phillips is in safe. Kelton Phillips, 14 of 19 on the year for stolen bases, sporting the mix match sliding gloves. Interesting choice here for the center fielder. Delivery to the plate. A bounce towards the shortstop. Across the diamond is safe. So Chrisman beats it out as Cale Steinbach couldn't make the play. That will extend this inning here. Runners on first and second now. This will be Blake Bowen.
And Steinbach got an awkward read on that ball. Started going towards the base. I'm not sure if Phillips took off and he was trying to cover and then had to retrace his steps almost and ended up making a really off-balance throw, which even for a really good defender like he is not an easy play.
First pitch in to Bowen is a strike. So Winston could have gotten out of the inning earlier. Now has to battle his way back. 2 runners on to face Bowen. Pitch outside. It'll be interesting to see how much longer Coach C will go here with Winston, especially with the hot bat of Brady Bowen up after his brother, if so happens. It's a line drive to right field. Phillips will get waved around. Hill's throw to the right of home plate. Phillips scores, and that is a stand-up double for Blake Bowen, excuse me. Now Brady's up to the plate. And we will see Coach C here walking out to Hunter Winston, and that might do it here.
That is a rough way to end your day. You were 1 strike away. You're up 0-2 on Phillips. And then 4 straight balls. The infield single to Chrisman, and then Blake Bowen really made him pay with that RBI single.
Bobcats will only give up 1 run here. We're going to take a break as a new pitcher comes in for the Bobcats. We'll be back. Back in Bob Wren Stadium, a new pitcher on for the Bobcats. It is the 6'3" southpaw Dylan Masters out of New Albany High School. Eli, what do you know about him?
Well, Masters started his playing career as a Murray State racer, then transferred to Ohio and has spent the last 4 seasons in Athens in various different roles. He was a starter last year. The Saturday guy for the Bobcats now moved to a bullpen role this year, where he's been the most effective pitcher that the Bobcats have. 20 appearances to a 5.79 ERA, a win and a loss. And he's been a guy who's been able to limit the walks, 17 of them in 37 innings.
Yes, he is currently on a 1-1 count with Brady Bowen. Pitch outside, 2-1. Masters has struggled recently. He's had 10 earned runs in his last 14 2/3 appearances. That's 4 outings. Pitch out to the right side. That will go well foul. As we are tied up 2-2. Masters looking to get out of the jam that Hunter Winston was in. Again, had the 2 quick outs, 2 fly balls out to Cam Hill, and then has not been able to get anything through here since. 2-2. Once again, hit out the right side. Same pitch, same result. And we will do it again.
Good battle between Masters and Bowen. The 5th-year senior and the freshman going at it.
Yeah, you talk about 2 guys in 2 very different areas of their careers. As that is a line drive to second base. And the Bobcats get out of it. Will Henson catches the line drive, and Dylan Masters will take the Bobcats to the bottom of the 4th. Back in Bob Wren. New pitcher here for the Zips. It is left-handed pitcher, the redshirt sophomore Parker Monday out of Chagrin Falls, Ohio, pride of Kenston High School. He has 13 appearances this year in 14 innings. He has only given up 11 hits with a 3.21 ERA. Monday features fastball, slider, sinker. As appears we have a little bit of a problem here with the backstop. So Monday is going to have to wait for his first crack here at the Bobcats. It's going to be Cam Hill to lead it off for Ohio. Once again, we'll take a look at Parker Monday. I'm sure he is eager to get moving with this inning. Washington warm-up's the lefty. A very long stride to the plate. Slider at about 70 to 72.
Pitched this week in the midweek game they played against Ohio State that they lost 7-19. Went actually a pretty good outing. An inning and 2/3 with no runs, no hits, no walks, no strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch. So he's hot at the moment.
First delivery to Hill will be fouled off. And that will open up the account today. Monday, an economics major. Has a brother Trevor and a sister Taylor. That breaking ball in for a strike. 0-2 the count. The 0-2 pitch. Hill thought about it. And it will go low. 1-2 the count. Bobcats looking to capitalize once again on that hot inning they had here. They had 8 batters come to the plate here in the third. And that is a result of their now 1-run win, or lead, excuse me. Pitching at the hands, fouled off, will stay 1-2.
Monday's got a great change of pace. His breaking ball about 75 miles an hour with good horizontal movement and then can run it up to 90. You can tell Hill was sitting breaking ball there, got surprised by the fastball in on his hands.
Again, Monday, only 5'10". That pitch is low. Has that long stride to the plate. That breaking ball gets Hill to swing. And that's the first strikeout of the inning. And the game for Monday, 1 down. Just drops the breaking ball in there.
Kept him off speed. Hill seemed like he was in defense mode. Wasn't able to get any of that good breaking ball. Swung right over it.
I'll bring back up Cale Steinbaugh. Got hit in the ankle last time up. First pitch, breaking ball on the outside. Can't catch the corner. It will go 1-0. Eli, we really are being treated to our handful of left-handed pitchers in this game so far. Second delivery fouled away.
Good day to be a southpaw.
Great day to be a left-handed pitcher. Bad day to be a left-handed batter.
Mm-hmm.
Steinbaugh steps back in. Delivery puts down the bunt. Down the right side. And he will beat out the play. Cale Steinbaugh jumps in the bunt. And he is on first. What a great call there. Steinbaugh is aboard. That'll bring back top of the order with Brady Alexander.
Perfect placement down that third base line. Caught Brennan Morgan sleeping. He's got the wheels needed to make it to first. That was impressive from Steinbaugh, who seems like just a real glue guy around this team. He steps in, he plays shortstop, he plays third base. And when he gets his chance at the plate, he delivers.
Zach, as that first pitch swung on and missed. Steinbaugh knows what it takes to win. He was the JUCO D2 national champion his freshman year. So has that championship experience. That pitch in for a strike. And Alexander's quickly down 2-0. Steinball leads off at first. 0-2 count, one away here for Brady Alexander. Pitch from Monday is inside. That'll run at 1-2.
Alexander's worked 2 walks so far. So definitely a guy who has the virtue of patience at the plate.
This is exactly what Bobcats want so far in this inning. Monday back. Steinball not that far off. Got caught stealing last time. So I'm sure trying to get Steinball to be a little more aggressive here is the Zips defense to get a similar mistake. 1-2 for Alexander. That catches the corner, strike 3. Alexander is caught looking. That's the second out of the inning. Parker Monday, 2 strikeouts here in the 4th inning.
Well placed at 89 miles an hour on the inside corner. A couple times earlier in that bat, Alexander saw a fastball inside and put his arms up to try to get out of the way, and it clipped the inside corner. So Monday probably thought that was a well he could keep going to, and ends up getting the K.
Yeah, Monday strikes oil there. That first pitch to Shirley is called a strike. Once again, catches that same corner that he just got Alexander on.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Shirley, once again, hasn't played as often as he wanted to. Made his season debut in February. Steinbach, excuse me. Still on first. Has not gone anywhere yet. Bobcats still lead 4-3. Monday looks in 0-1. Up ball fouled up high. It will stay in play. And that will be the 3rd out of the inning. As Gio Moccioni makes the play. And that will end it for the Bobcats. Ohio stays on top by 1. Back in Bob Wren, Luke Davis, joined by Eli Maestros, as it is Admonson back up to the plate to start off this inning. First pitch from Masters is swiped at and missed. Easton Edmondson liked the first pitch. Gave Dylan Masters a little bit of a breeze on the way by. That pitch can't catch the corner, 1-1. Zips last inning brought back within 1 run. As that swiped on and missed, and it is 1-2.
Masters has got that slow sweeper working so far.
Lefty-lefty matchup, 1-2 pitch in the right batter's box. That will be just a bit outside. 2-2 now the count. Trying to get the punch-out pitch. Can't get the corner, and it has gone full once again. This Bobcat pitching staff not afraid to go full here. Put all the pressure now on Edmondson. That delivery grounded in the right corner gap. And that will be a single for Edmondson. So to no avail here, he will get on safely.
It's the hardest hit ball we've seen today, 107 miles an hour off the bat.
And we're going to see a pinch hitter here for the Zips. It is number 40, Henry Heyman. From down under of Melbourne, Australia. A 6'1" senior out of Brighton Grammar School. Transferred from Barton Community College. He has 25 hits on the year, batting .255. That swung on and missed.
I wonder if being in the Northeast Ohio area, if Heyman has contacted or communicated with Australian baseball sensation Travis Bazzana of the Cleveland Guardians organization, as he has been a catalyst for the growth of the sport in the country.
Absolutely. You saw Bazzana in the World Baseball Classic played well. Now playing well for the Guardians in Columbus right now. Columbus to Akron, very close drive. It's a 2-1 count. Now, I always wonder, with players who come from international, what made you choose Ohio of all places?
I mean, where do you transfer from again?
He is from Melbourne, Australia.
And transfer from Barton Community College.
Yeah, so those are two very far places from Ohio.
I'm not familiar with the Australian Barton pipeline, but clearly they found a good product.
Exactly. Heyman punched it into left field. And that will advance the runners. So Edmondson goes to second, and Heyman is safe aboard at first. And this will bring back up Prince Daboski, one of the hotter bats in this lineup as of recent. Had 2 home runs yesterday, and now with runners in scoring position, not a place Ohio wants to be, lays down the bunt. Masters fields his position, no one home at first. And the bunt will lay down, and everyone is safe. A very difficult play there. Daboski gets the bunt down, and it is now bases loaded for the catcher, Malchoni.
Even with anyone covering first base in that instance, I'm not sure they were going to throw out Daboski, who laid down a perfect bunt.
Yeah, really a difficult play there. First base already playing up. You have Henson covering second base. So no one over to field first. Swung on and missed from Melchione. Masters has gotten himself in a pickle here. Still no outs, bases loaded. Southpaw will look in for the sign, trying to limit the damage now. His delivery fouled away down the third base line. And an 0-2 count here for Malchione.
In a one-run game, just getting that first out with the bases loaded is huge.
Yeah, this is a crucial time here. And that'll be poked out to right. Hill will make the running catch. No tag up from Edmondson. Great play in right field from Cam Hill. And that will limit the damage there, 1 away. And again, we talk about consistency. That is Melchione's 3rd flyout of the day to Hill. Sure, they might become best friends after this.
I think they might become enemies. He keeps robbing him of hits. He's had a busy day out there, has Hill, and he's really answered the bell.
That first pitch in for Beal is a strike.
I was surprised they didn't send Edmondson off third there. It seems like that's a risk you want to take in this one-run game, especially with the bottom of your order coming up to bat. Hill had some trouble getting the ball out of his glove and right. Fired a pretty good throw in.
He did, and especially no outs.
Exactly.
That would have been 1 out at that point. Still a worthy risk I think you take.
I think they'll send him here.
Hill's going to have another play. Trailing right, makes the catch in the corner. Will hit the cutoff. Everyone advances 90 feet. And we have a tie ball game. Tucker Beal makes the play.
Beal does his job, able to move everyone up 90 feet, and like you said, tie this game, flip the order around. I think...
As we're going to have an appeal here, I believe. Home calls it. The umpire calls it safe. I believe the dugout thought that Duboski had left early. All in all, it will be a sac fly for Tyler Beal as the second out of the inning, with Admonson scoring. That'll be Heyman now at third and Duboski at second. The first pitch there for Phillips. He'll ground it up the middle. Heyman scores. Duboski around. He will score. And the Zips have retaken the lead. They now lead 6-4. That is just the story of the Bobcats season so far.
It's a clutch piece of hitting by Phillips with 2 outs. Make something happen. The infield corners were playing a little more in than usual. Triple-digit single right up the gut.
Exact. Just what you don't want there. Now for Akron, they have plenty of time to play with now as Brody Crispin steps back up. Been quiet so far today, only a single, but looking to put in more damage now as Akron has the lead. Masters checks back again. Still worried about Phillips.
He's getting a crazy lead over there at first. I'm not surprised Masters is thrown over there twice, although he's shortened it a little bit.
So you can see Phillips just twitching to go. Delivery to Chrisman. That swung on and missed. That's the first pitch of this at bat. That'll be a strike. Oh, 1 delivery. Too low. Masters tried to pull this off speed on him. They'll go 1-1.
It's a good take on a good off-speed pitch, able to see it low below the zone.
See Phillips at first. Will he go? Still no. Catches the outside corner. 1-2 now the count to Chrisman. Masters looking to get out of the jam. Once again, checks back on Phillips, and he is still there. Zips, a great piece of hitting. First 3 batters got aboard, and they have all come in to score. Fouled off away. It will stay 1-2.
This is where it's difficult for Masters since he has to rely so much on the off-speed stuff. Against a good hitter like Chrisman, you make one mistake, he'll pounce on it.
1-2 pitch outside. Stat can't get the frame, and it will go even 2-2. Tucker Beal earlier made the great play, sacrifice to right, and then Phillips, a 2-run single. Once again checks on him. Masters trying to stop the bleeding here, get the bats back up to the plate. Masters, once again, another pitch fouled off. Try to go with the slide step. Get Chrisman a little bit out of his rhythm. And he got Chrisman just to throw a bat at it. Still 2-2. Delivery outside. Stat can't hold on to it. And Phillips will take the easy bag. So we are now full. Blake Bowen awaits on deck. Masters, the full count delivery, once again checks on Phillips. Phillips had to be careful there. That one was coming for his head. Two outs here for Dylan Masters. The delivery poked through the side. I go up the middle. Phillips turns around and scores. And the Zips will add on once again. They now lead 7-4.
The line continues to move for Akron. They hit 5 home runs yesterday, but today they're doing it by way of the single, their 10th single of the day. That's the only type of hit they've had, and they've all come in the last 3 innings.
This not the outing Dylan Masters hoping for. First pitch from Masters is outside, another ball. It was a frustrating outing. Another pitch, catches the outside corner. We'll go 1-1. Still in the top of the 5th inning. Delivery, a high pop fly down first base line. Alexander almost had a play on it. Once again, Eli, we've seen that sun has been a problem here early in this game. Wonder if Alexander just lost it.
It's a tough play to make, too, especially for a guy who hasn't played much first base in his collegiate career. Ranging over your head, worrying about the half wall.
1-2 the count. Akron has brought 8 batters to the plate. Checks on first. Chrisman will stay where he's at. Looks like there are 2 arms getting warm in the bullpen for the Bobcats. That pitch on the corner, can't find it. Once again, 2-2. Blake Bowen now trying to make way for his brother to continue the damage this Zips team has done. 2-2 delivery, fouled away, and that'll go into the stands. Great play by a fan there on the left side. Makes the catch. Unfortunately, this is not the Savannah Bananas, or that would have been an out.
Wishing Dylan Masters probably wishing it was right now.
2-2 delivery. Another single here for the Zips. And that will continue on for Brady Bowen to come up to the plate. As the 3rd straight single Masters has given up here. And we're going to see Coach C will come out, talk to Masters. Here's just to calm him down for giving up those 3 hits. Just not the outing Masters has looked for.
Here in the 5th, they've had 6 singles. In the 4th, they had 2. In the 3rd, they had 3. And they've got 5 walks. So, I believe it's 11 singles and 5 walks. And that's the only way that Akron has reached base today.
Yeah,
that's small ball to an extreme.
That is the epitome of small ball. Masters' first pitch here inside to Brady Bowen. I'll go 1-0. Runners on first and second, still 2 outs. Pitch once again inside.
Amundsen, who started the inning, stands on deck.
As the Zips have knocked in 4 runs here in this 5th inning. Pitch outside, 3-0. And Edmondson may get another appearance here in the same inning. Masters looks in, delivers outside. That'll be a 4-pitch walk to load the bases. And this will bring up Edmondson. His single started off the inning here. He came around to score. And he will make his second appearance here. First pitch outside. That is 5 straight balls. Delivery in, swung on and missed. Masters finds the zone. Gets the outside corner, and it is 1-1. Second pitch, same result. It is 1-2. The Bobcat faithful starting to get behind Masters here. 2-1 pitch, fouled off. Or 1-2, excuse me. Fouled off. We will do it again. Masters trying to get out of the inning. One-two pitch. Line drive, left field. And it is caught on the fly. Cameron Boyd made a little bit of a slip, but he will get the third out of the inning. Akron knocks in 4, where he takes the lead 7-4 here at Bob Wren Stadium. We are back for the bottom of the 5th. Parker Monday came on trailing by 1. He will now protect a 3-run lead. Due up for the Bobcats, 3, 4, 5, Boyd, Henson, and Shepard.
Cameron Boyd went yard his last time up, poked one out to right, and let the wind do a lot of the work. Still a pretty good piece of contact. Kind of just snuck out of here.
Yeah, hard to think that was now 2 innings ago. That is out quickly 0-2. And we've mentioned Boyd, an aggressive hitter. And you see the first 2 pitches looking to go and get one already. Monday now with an 0-2 count. That pitch back up the middle. An easy grounder. 1 away. That was Brady Bowen making the play, tossing it to his brother. And I'll go down in the scorebook as a 4-3 ground out. Now coming up, Will Henson. Had a triple his last time up. He would come in to score. That was in that big third inning for the Bobcats. Looking to create more of that magic here.
Good work by Monday in that last pitch, speeding Boyd up, making him uncomfortable with the pitch in at the hands.
First pitch upstairs. That was at Henson's eyes. Watched it the whole way, didn't like it. He is quickly ahead at 1-0. Pitch from Monday. Catches the inside corner, 1-1. A beautiful breaking ball there. 13 inches of horizontal break coming from that lefty's arm slot. Tries to find the same pitch. It is 2-1. Watching Monday's arm, it just sweeps right across the plate. Tough to hit for these righty batters. That is fouled away. We'll go even 2-2.
It's even more challenging when you take a look at the fact that his fastball goes 12 inches the opposite way. It's got roughly 12 inches of arm side run, and then he whips out the breaking ball with 12 inches of glove side run, and then you're just playing a guessing game.
2-2 delivery. Strike 3 swinging. Monday gets the first 2 batters down. And once again, he said Eli, that tunneling there, going 12 inches glove hand and then 12 inches throwing side. It was a tough way for the batters. Now bring up Dylan Shepard. 0 for 1 so far here. Got hit by a pitch his last time up. The lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch is high for a ball. Sure, Shepard is hoping he'll see a right-handed pitcher sometime this game. Second pitch in for a strike. That's 1-1. Monday moving quick so far. Trying to get out of the inning and get those hot Zips bats back up to the plate. 1-1 swung on and missed. He's ahead 1-2 now. Shepard fans at it. And it can't find anything he liked. That pitch drilled into right field, and that'll get down for a hit. Dylan Shepard goes 1-2 and will poke it into right field. He'll keep the bats alive here for the Bobcats as Tyler Stack sets back up to the plate.
Really good piece of hitting by Shepard there. Sometimes finds himself guilty of swinging a little too hard and trying to put the ball into the convocation center every time he swings, but stayed simple, trusted his approach, and was able to find some green grass.
Yeah, just really trust the ball. Let the bat do all the work. First delivery in from Stack. That slow hanging off speed pitch. Drops in for a strike. Monday 0-1 to Stack. Once again, spit it out into right. That will go just foul. Stack thought he had gotten another hit. Trying to just poke it into right field. Shepard will have to make the long trot. He was already at third by the time that ball landed.
He was off on contact. He, without a doubt, would have scored if that was a fair ball.
Stack now has to battle 0-2. Monday will look to attack the catcher. Shepard leads off at first. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Tyler Stack. That will end the inning. Monday goes 1-2-3. Bob We are back in Athens. New pitcher on the mound for the Bobcats. It is Ethan Stewart. Probably the most local pitcher against the farthest traveled hitter. Stewart out of Meigs High School. His first pitch swung on and missed. Heyman swiped at it.
Yeah, Stewart, a guy who really was a dependable source of bullpen relief last year. 16 appearances, 20 innings, and a 1.8 ERA, which is exceptional work, but he has taken quite the step back come this year as the junior has pitched in 17 games to the tune of a 11.67 ERA, 1-2 on the season. In 27 innings, he's got a combined 17 walks and 9 hit by pitches.
Drops in that breaking ball 1-2 so far here to the Aussie Heyman. That pitch low, 2-2. Stewart had his first scoreless outing and his longest outing of his career. That was 4 2/3 against Dayton. He has now given up 4+ earned runs 7 times since then, as he has gone full here to the first batter. 3-2 for Heyman. Off-speed delivery, slow chopper to Henson, able to make the play in time. And Heyman is thrown out for the first out of this inning. Just the slow contact there. Able to get to it in time.
Stewart didn't give much to work with in terms of exit velocity. Only threw that 67 miles an hour. He's thrown 7 pitches so far, only one of them over 70 miles an hour.
And now it'll be Prince Daboski to step in. First pitch hits him in the helmet. So 1 pitch in, and Daboski is on first base. That pitch only at 66 miles an hour. So not much worry there for any injury.
Probably why he was so willing to just take it in the helmet. I won't be surprised if he goes here. The old hit by pitch,
Wow.
Is he okay, to he's on second base trope.
First pitch from Stewart. Now he's turning up the heat. 84 on that pitch. It is 1-0 to Melchione. I think he tried to catch him off guard, throw those off speeds, go slow, and now he's bringing the gas. Checks on Daboski, still there. Daboski, a very big lead off from first. Delivery from Stewart is low. I'll go 2-0. Stewart looks in. 6'1" junior. That's popped out into right. Hill makes the diving. No, he can't make the grab. Great effort there. Cameron Hill thought he had made the diving stop, but it will fall in. We'll see what the official ruling is there. But as it stands, Daboski on first, Daboski on second, Melchione on first, with Tucker Beal back up to the plate.
For all the plays that Hill has made out there, and right, that's when he wants to forget. Great effort, obviously, but took a little bit too long to get a read on that ball, which barely made its way out of the infield, yet still saw him charging hard by the time of the dive.
That ball popped up. This will be all Brady Alexander. That fly out. That will be the second out of the inning. So Ethan Stewart will get bailed out here. Back to the top of the order is Kelton Phillips. He has batted in every inning now except the second. This Zips offense still has not had an extra base hit. It's just been single after single.
12 singles. At some point, something's got to give. One ball has to sneak under a fielder's glove. Something's got to go down the line. Even a blooper dribbles into the corner. Nope. 12 singles.
But there is a reason that Akron is still on top 7-4. Great pick there from Stack. Count will start off 1-0. So the official ruling on that Melchione hit will be ruled a single. So once again, still keeps on going. 2-0 here to Phillips. Stewart checks the runner on second. Delivery to the plate is high, and we have a 3-0 count here in Bob Wren. Delivery from Stewart. That will find the strike zone. Rescues a strike back. And it is 3-1, 2 outs here. Trying to get out of this pickle. Stewart delivers. That is low, ball 4. And that will load the bases. Everyone moves up 90 feet. And this is Brody Chrisman. Chrisman still relatively quiet, has the 2 singles. Waiting for that big play to be made. Is this his chance? Top of the 6th. As he will step in confidently. First pitch swinging and picked up by Alexander. That's not the big moment he thought of. The Bobcats get out of the inning. No damage done. We'll be back from Bob Wren Stadium for the bottom of the 6th inning. Back in for the bottom of the 6th. Bobcats look at a 4-run deficit as Taylor Harris will lead off. Monday went well. 2 strikeouts in the last inning. Harris lays down the bunt. Monday fields his position and gets the putout. Harris will ground out. It's a classic 1-3. That's the first out of the inning. bringing up Cameron Hill.
Impressed. Go ahead.
Has just been impressive in right field so far. Trying to make plays on the ball. Unfortunately, couldn't make the last one. There's an overall great day so far. First pitch is low for a ball. 1-0 the count so far. Monday continues to work quick. That pitch is low. 2-0 to Hill. That'll bring Kale Steinball on deck. 2-0 pitch, same position, same result, 3-0. Hill, I'm sure, will welcome the free pass to get base runners on. 3-0 pitch. Outside, a 4-pitch walk. And Hill is aboard. I'll bring on Steinball. Drop down the bunt last time up. Trying to get the ball in play, make something happen. Hill, not your prototypical speedster, only 4 for 7 on the season, stolen bases. First pitch from Monday. Looping off speed, high upstairs for ball 1. That's the 5th straight ball he's thrown tonight. Or of this inning, I should say. Monday looks in. Steinball awaits the 1-0. Outside 2-0. That's now 6 straight balls. And Melchione, what's call time here? Go talk to Monday. These are the mound visits where you just calm them down. Maybe talk about what you're going to have to eat after the game. Something to get his mind off this batter and get going to continue the inning.
Looks like Tucker Beal, the shortstop, also joined him on the bump. Definitely shows some leadership skills he may have.
Yeah, Beal, redshirt junior. He has definitely been around the clock a little bit. Monday, 2-0. Gets a swing and a miss. So 2-1. Whatever Melchione and Beal said must have worked, as he battles back to get that crucial strike. Bobcats still only working with 1 out. Monday checks first, goes back. Hill is in safe. Maybe a little closer than he'll want it to be.
It's a different move than we've seen from Monday so far. That was just a step off the rubber and throw over instead of the leg lift towards first base. Probably caught Hill off guard.
Yeah, redshirt sophomore creative with his pickoff so far. Once again gets him, and Hill's going this time. And Hill will be picked off. And that will be the 2nd out of the inning. Eli, you immediately just said something different that Bobcats hadn't seen yet, and it works for the 2nd out.
And that one you could see before he threw over, his body was shifting towards first base. That's a rough one, if I'm going to be honest, for Cam Hill.
Pitch is popped up down the first base line. There is no play. No one gets under it. So it will fall foul. And now Kale Steinball in a much more difficult spot. Now 2-2 with 2 outs rather than just the 1. That's the 2nd time today this Bobcat team has gotten caught stealing.
Second time they've been picked off, like, with the move to first, and they got too aggressive.
You're really just seeing some deja vu. 2-2 delivery. Drops the breaking ball in there. Monday gets out of the inning. Kale Steinball, can I help you? No, just looking. That's the third out of the inning. Akron will go into the top of the seventh, still hanging on to a 7-4 lead. We are back in Bob Wren Stadium for the top of the seventh inning. Zips still hold on to a 3-run lead. First pitch from Stewart is called a strike. So it'll be Bowen to start it off. Stewart looks in, delivers. That's low, 1-1. This weekend here in Athens, Alumni Weekend. Today earlier, honoring the 1991 MAC Championship team. That pitch high, 2-1.
Former head coach Joe Carbone in the building, the skipper of that 1991 tournament-winning team and Ohio Bobcat Hall of Famer, the winningest coach in any sport here in Athens. 689 victories from 1989 to 2012.
Wow. 2-2 delivery outside. We'll go full. Coach Carbone came in earlier and said hi to us as well. It was an honor meeting some Bobcat royalty. Full count pitch, fouled back. Once again, how many wins was that?
689.
Wow.
Over 24 seasons as the head skipper.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, not shabby.
Full count pitch, once again, fouled away, out go in the stands. Might make a play here. It wasn't in the stands, excuse me. Stack could have made a play on the railing. That pitch about 50 feet in the air.
It's a tough one, right next to the railing of the dugout and the netting of the backstop, and tried to basket catch it while falling into the dugout, popped out of his mitt. Now Blake Bowen's got a chance to do some damage with some new life.
Yeah, Bowen still full count here. 3-2 delivery, swung on and missed. Ethan Stewart blows it by him. Gets the first K of the inning. Stewart turning it up to 84. Gets the swing and miss. That's a crucial out here for the Bobcats, as Brady Bowen will step up. He'll be the second batter this inning. Stewart feeling confident. First pitch, drops it in, and another single. Bowen is being waved on to second. Hill had a little bit of trouble there in the corner. Bowen was being waved on to third. And Eli, there's your first extra base hit for the Zips here. Comes all the way in the 7th. And it is Brady Bowen getting the double under Alexander's glove.
And like I mentioned earlier, they've hit balls 105 plus miles an hour all day for singles, and then it's the one that comes off the bat 92 miles an hour and a bit of a squibbler down the line that is the first extra base hit, and that's baseball.
Stewart's pitch bounced in, Stack able to pick it off as Edmondson will step back in. Stewart looks out at second. Steinball looks good for the back pick. He's in there safe. Still 1-0. Watching that last hit from Bowen, third base coach was waving him on, trying to bring him in. Bowen head first slide is good enough for only a double. Stewart's delivery. Outside corner, doesn't catch it. It is 2-0. Edmondson waits patient, 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Takes a big fan at it. And Stewart rescues that pitch in for a strike. Still 2-1. Another delivery low. That will go 3-1.
At this point, Stewart's just got to try to fill the zone up as much as he can. Let his defense make a play behind him.
Yeah, started off nice with the strikeout. And that will catch the outside corner. Stewart gets the count full. 3-2 here. Only one out. Brady Bowen leads off at second. Stewart, that pitch is low, and he will walk Edmondson aboard. So that will once again bring Heyman up. He pinch hit back in the 5th inning. The Aussie has already come around to score once. Runners on first and second, rips it down third base line, foul. First pitch, he was aggressive there. Just can't get it to go.
He was sitting on that slow looping breaking ball that Stewart deploys.
Once again, Henry Heyman wanted to go, and he is safe on the check swing. So 1-1. Heyman in his second year with the Zips. Last year, 30 appearances, hit 153, 15 RBIs, and 3 home runs. Swung on and missed. Stewart comes back, 1-2 now. Trying to get the rescue strikeout. Or the double play ball. Steinball plays towards the left at short. It's Henson to hold it. The second baseman, that pitch outside.
It's not a bad idea to have the shortstop range over that far when Stewart throws these big looping breaking balls. It's hard to see a hitter taking them the other way.
Yeah, and you saw that first foul ball down the right base line. That pitch falls in full. So Stewart's in back-to-back full counts. With Prince Dabowski waiting on deck. Full count, 1 out. Stewart delivers. Swung on, fouled back. We'll do it again. As Heyman stays hot. Stewart delivers. Grounded to right to Steinbaugh. Gets the first, can't get the double play. So Heyman is safe at first. And Edmondson gets called out. So that'll be the second out of the inning. Runners on the corners now for the Zips. That will go down as a fielder's choice. So Heyman is on first with Bowen on third. Checks Heyman.
Got to be careful on any move to first with the runner only 90 feet away at third base.
Now, Stack just walks right out in front of Dubowski. Last time up, got hit by Stewart. Lays down the bunt. That will go foul.
Not a bad idea from Dubowski and the Akron decision makers with someone with the wheels that Dubowski has at the plate.
Yeah, with his speed, you also have Shepard holding the runner at third. You have Alexander at first. So any bunt down the line, it will most likely be Stewart making the play. Dubowski down 0-1, 2 outs. Pitch is low, 1-1. Bobcat faithful encouraging Dubowski to swing the bat. That pitch in the other batter's box, that's not one he wants to swing at. 1-1. Another pitch outside. Stewart has had his batters on the ropes, but it then has been self-inflicted. Pitch in, and Dubowski's hit again. So that is back-to-back trips that Dubowski has gotten a free pass, and that will load the bases.
Sure, Stewart's just got to be aggressive. I know it's not easy, but walking in a run here, I think, would be worse than a 2-run double, just for morale's sake. I mean, the numbers don't make sense, but if you've ever been on the baseball field and you're having a day like today where it's kind of close, it's kind of not, it's a weird feeling, and then you walk in a run, it feels like the floodgates just completely open up.
I believe we're going to have a pinch hitter here. As head coach Brian Faulds of Akron looks to make the change. Faulds was named the head coach back in 2023. Previous to that, he was the head coach at St. Edward's University. He was the pitching coach at SEU, that was St. Edward's. Back in 2015 to 17, he called Athens home. He was the pitching coach for the Bobcats. And before that, he was the associate head coach at the College of San Mateo. That was from 2009 to 2015. Coming up here for the Zips is number 30, the freshman outfielder Gabe Matheson out of Carmel, Indiana. He had 2 hits his last time out against Ohio State, but he is still looking for his first collegiate home run. Something I'm sure he will want to get out of the way here soon. 1-0 the count. Strike in there from Stewart. Makes it 1-1. Swung on and missed. Stewart ahead 1-2. this may be the batter that Stewart needed to get out of the inning. Matheson, the young freshman, eager to make a difference here. Pitch outside, 2-2.
It's been all fastball so far this at bat. See if Stewart tries to pull the string.
Looks in the delivery. Fouled back. Almost comes into the press box.
Took something off the roof.
Yeah, hits our roof. Goes back down into the fans. And some lucky fan will be going home with a foul ball. Once again, the delivery struck on and missed. Stewart gets out of the inning. The Bobcats will come back in the bottom of the 7th. No damage done. Still down 7-4.
Bottom of the 7th here from Bob Wrenn Stadium. We had a lovely rendition of the 7th inning stretch sung across the stadium's PA. And the lineup flips over. Brady Alexander will kick things off for the Bobcats as they look to take a chunk out of this 3-1 7-4 deficit. I'm Eli Maestros, joined alongside by Luke Davis here on this Saturday evening. New pitcher Trig Matthews, the 6'4 lefty freshman from Liberty Township, Ohio. Attended Lakota East High School.
Yeah, Matthews so far, 4.15 ERA on the season. Only 34 2/3 innings pitched. He has 28 strikeouts so far. He last pitched on Sunday against Northern Illinois.
Also a new catcher in the game for the Zips.
Yeah, that is redshirt junior number 26, Mitchell Simzak, out of Strongsville, Ohio. Strongsville High School. He transferred in from Lake Erie College. And Simzak is in a baseball family. Brother Ben played at Lake Erie College, and his brother Craig played at Fairmont State. He's only had 13 hits on the season. Very supplemental play for Akron. Usually that defensive replacement here at catcher.
3-1 to Alexander, misses outside, so Brady Alexander, his 3rd walk of the ball game. Had one in the 1st, 3rd, and now 7th innings. The leadoff runner reaches.
That is just exactly what you want from your leadoff hitter. Someone who's comfortable drawing the walks, is able to get on base.
I think we're going to have a pinch hitter here. This is not your usual lefty, Colton Shirley. Instead, it's Grant Wilson. So he will take over the DH spot for Coach C. Wilson knocked his first collegiate home run not too long ago. Also, a couple appearances on the mound. The Tulane transfer, originally from the Northeast Ohio area, went to St. Edward High School, started his college career at Tulane, and then also had a stint at IMG Academy for his upperclassmen years of high school. Digs into the right-hander batter's box with Alexander on first and no one out. Stares at a breaking ball that misses upstairs. Evens the count 1-1. A good Matthews fastball bests Wilson.
And Eli, as you mentioned earlier, we're starting to see more and more of those two-way players. Obviously, Wilson had only his second appearance on Friday on the mound. He has not missed a game since March 29th.
And he stares at strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. Trig Matthews dialed it up to 90 miles an hour to blow it past Wilson. The home run hitter today, Cameron Boyd, steps up to the dish with one down, and he takes a home run hack but comes up empty. Boyd in the third inning put one over the right field wall to give the Bobcats a 4-3 lead that they would relinquish in the top half of the fourth. Matthews just misses with his second pitch, evens up at 1 apiece.
Now Boyd, back-to-back games with a home run. He has been hot all year, and there's a reason he leads the team in home runs and RBIs.
Swings and misses a pitch up at the eyes. 2-strike count on Cam Boyd, the left fielder for this Bobcat outfit. He's got Brady Alexander at first. He swiped a bag in the first inning, has walked twice. Boyd on the ground to third, sharply hit to second for one. Bowen's turn to first is high, makes his brother jump up to save a pass ball, but the force is made at second. And there's 2 down in the inning after the fielder's choice.
Yeah, I'm sure that's definitely one that Bowen wants to get back. Just a play I'm sure he's made time and time again. Can't find his brother in that play, especially having that brother connection. You would think that double plays are as easy as peanut butter and jelly.
That's the younger brother Brady who's playing second base. The older brother Blake manning first. Henson smokes one foul. 97 off the bat. Traveled 275 feet, so wouldn't have been much damage should it have stayed in fair territory. Boyd replaces Alexander as the runner on first. Not a threat to run necessarily. Matthews' funky high release has really given these Bobcat hitters some trouble. They've buckled on a couple pitches that have been well over the plate. Now it's a 2-strike opportunity for Matthews to put away Henson. Henson stays alive with a foul ball backwards.
And you'd think this Bobcat squad that is mainly a right-handed hitting team has struggled against lefties. Usually it would be the other way around. This Bobcat team would thrive.
1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 down in the inning. Cameron Boyd stands on first. Here's Matthews' pitch. Strike 3 called. Paints the outside corner. And Trig Matthews walks off the mound with a scoreless inning. It remains 7-4 Akron. We're through 7 here from Bob Wren Stadium. Landon Price had a day to forget yesterday. He came in the top of the 4th with 1 out, got a line out, then a single, RBI single, a walk, an RBI double, a 2 RBI single, a walk, and then he came out of the game and had 3 more runs added to his account. So the final line was not pretty. A third of an inning pitched, 3 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, and only 18 pitches, which means he can go again today. And he misses the first 2 outside the zone. And fires a good fastball in there. 4 strike 1, Landon Price, the senior out of Middle Point, Ohio. Attended high school at Lincoln View. Played for the Ohio State Buckeyes for a season his freshman year. As that went in off the hands of Beal, drives it the other way, past the diving Alexander. He hits the bag at first, turning for second. Hill picks it up by the half wall and throws it in. But Tucker Beal with a leadoff double down the first base line.
And Eli, the struggles just continue. 72 off the bat, and that results in a double. The Bobcats just can't catch a break anymore.
It's a frustrating one for Price. Especially when we've been talking about walks and bad, pitches over the heart of the plate, and then you give up one like that, and all the confidence is just drained.
And this especially has been a frustrating weekend so far here for Price. Definitely one that he's going to want to forget about very soon and just turn the page.
So runner on second, the leadoff man with a double. As Price throws a first pitch strike to the leadoff man of the order, Kelton Phillips. 2 walks, a single, and 2 strikeouts. So 1 for 3 with 2 walks and 2 runs scored, and 2 RBI for Kelton Phillips. It's been a busy day for the Akron Bats. This will be their 6th time going through the order. 14 hits, 12 singles, and 2 doubles.
It will be interesting to mention, though, earlier in the game, we had Brennan Morgan had come out of the game only in the 4th inning. At that point, it was, again, still the 7-4 lead. So nothing too comfortable there. Obviously, Heyman would come in. Interesting to see going into the final game how that will affect it.
Price falls behind on Phillips, 3-1. He was replaced by Henry Heyman, who singled in his pinch hit appearance, and then a couple of groundouts followed. Price sticks a strike, which the Akron dugout does not love. And that evens the count up 3-2 in the 7-4 ball game here in the top of the 8th. That one misses low for ball 4, and the first 2 reach for Landon Price. Eight walks issued by Bobcat pitching today. That's Price's first. And before Brody Chrisman can come to the plate, Coach C's going to go to the mound. Price cannot be taken out just yet unless it is due to an injury, because he's not faced the 3-batter minimum. So I do believe this will just be a strategical chat, as there is an arm firing in the bullpen for Ohio. A righty.
Yeah, even with or without the 3-batter minimum, I think Coach C's going to stick with Price here, at least to the 2 southpaws of Chrisman and Blake Bowen, and that could possibly be the pitcher for Brady.
So Price has got himself in a precarious situation. 2 on, nobody out, trying to protect, or at least keep the lead at 3. As the Zips are up 7-4 here in the 8th. His first pitch is fouled back by Chrisman. Chrisman have 3 hits today, 3 singles, a ground out, and a walk. So he's 3 for 4 with the walks. Only scored 1 time. And single was an RBI single. Pitch misses low. 1-1. Price stands 5'9", 180 pounds. Hurls it from the left side, stands on the third base side of the rubber. Chrisman shoots it through the 5-6 gap. It's a hit. Around third comes Beal. He will score with a slide. And Akron tacks on, doubling Ohio 8-4 here in the 8th.
Yeah, just a great shot there, right in between short and third. That's the first run since the 5th inning for either ball club.
4 hits now for Brody Chrisman. His hot season continues here in Athens. Like you said, Ethan Stewart was able to get himself out of some jams to the tune of 2 scoreless innings. That one up the middle. Steinbaugh gloves, slips, steps on second, throws to first. Cale Steinbaugh. Exceptional play on a ball that seemed destined for center field. Lost his footing when he first got the ball, was still able to make a throw on the run after stepping on second base. And that is a huge double play.
Yeah, Steinbaugh, as you mentioned, had that slip. Wasn't sure if he was going to get there. But a spectacular play to rescue 2 outs.
Tyler Stack will go have a chat with Price on the mound. Stack, the junior from Oswego, Illinois. Transferred from Xavier before the season.
And you look at the difference there. The 5'10 Price against the 6'5 Stack. Hard to believe that the 5'10 Price is pitching the 6'5 Stack.
It's fascinating that Stack has stuck at catcher his whole career. Just being that tall, squatting 200 times a game.
I'm sure coaches have tried to transition him to first base, maybe as an outfielder, but he has stood the test of time behind the plate.
He played in the outfield earlier this season. He had a game where he started in center field. I believe that was against Western Michigan. And it did not go as planned. He had a couple misreads on balls. You could tell he was not originally an outfielder. Price was pointing to his wrist, which is where he gets the signs from. And I think, I'm going to be honest, I think that was a strategic ploy to give the mysterious arm warming in the Bobcat bullpen enough time to get ready, and indeed it was.
Again, you mentioned that somehow, some way, it would have to get that pitcher in. And if Landon Price has to claim that's technological issues, that pitcher will come back in.
So Price's day is done. Gives up one earned run for now with two others waiting on base that will be accredited to his name. And we will let the new pitcher warm up and be right back from Bob Wren Stadium. The new arm for the Bobcats, it's A.J. Dahlmeyer, the sophomore who's gotten some time as a starting pitcher this season, now comes out of the bullpen here in the eighth, looking to limit the damage. Dahlmeyer, a completely different look from Landon Price. Price was a lefty who touched 83 at most, and now Dahlmeyer spins his first pitch from the right side at 91 and follows that up with 94 past the bat of Brady Bowen. 0-2 count.
Dahlmeyer has not pitched recently, so that arm is definitely fresh.
95 on the gun. He can really spin it. But his problem this year has been the free passes, much like the rest of his fellow Bobcat pitchers. 0-2 pitch. Tried a breaking ball, missed off the plate.
Wanted that go-home pitch to get out of the inning. Only needs one out.
The 1-2 pitch. Strike three. 95 right past the freshman. And it remains a 4-run ball game. The Zips tack on one in the eighth. 6 outs remain for the Bobcats as they look to make the comeback. Trig Matthews stays on for the bottom of the 8th after throwing a scoreless 7th inning, only allowing a leadoff walk. Dylan Shepard will be the first Bobcat to try to crack the code. With 6 outs left, down 4. First pitch misses a little low. To the Canadian, Dylan Shepard. Ropes it. Foul. Shepard's played catcher, third base, and first base for the Bobcats this season. One of the best statistical hitters for Coach C and the Bobcats. 89 up by the jaw. He gets out of the way. Shepard singled his last time up in the 5th, also hit by a pitch in the 3rd and grounded out in the 2nd. 1 for 2. Had to hold off on the inside fastball and counts in his favor, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch from Trig Matthews is skied third base side. Looks like it will stay in play. And the catch is made over on the left side. Henry Heyman puts it away for out number 1. Tyler Stack, the next Bobcat due up. He's got a walk and a single, along with a strikeout in the 5th. Cuts at the first pitch and chops it foul through the third base coach's box.
Yeah, for the Bobcats right now, it is now or never. Only 5 outs left to play, and they're still looking for 4 runs. See if there's some Bobcat magic left in these bats.
Changeup misses low in the dirt. 1-1 to Stack. The catcher for Ohio has shown a little bit of everything today. He's got 2 stolen bases from the catcher spot. Misses inside yet again. 2 balls and 1 strike. It's a Stack who just takes up space in that batter's box, makes the bat look really small in his hand, standing 6'5". Good pitch by Matthews, nips the outside part of the plate. Stack didn't love it, but nonetheless, he's going to have to battle. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stack, swing, roller to short, and Beal has trouble at short with it, and Stack will reach. That surely will go down as an E5, but Ohio will take it.
Yeah, Stack I don't even think really wanted to swing at that. Kind of just threw the bat out there and is able to reap the benefits.
Taylor Harris, the center fielder, due up next, also 0 for 3 on the day. He crushes one to left center. Back on the track, that ball, 1 hops. Stack, round second, on his way to third, he'll stay there. Harris will cruise into second with a 1-out double. 105 miles an hour off the bat, and he was about 5 feet away from a home run.
Yeah, it's a great hit there. Stays patient, gets the pitch he wants. That play for Stack will go down as an error on the shortstop as well. So Bobcats on second and third.
Cam Hill with a chance to do damage. Cut into this 4-run deficit with only 5 outs remaining for Ohio. looking to avoid falling down 2-0 in the series.
And I feel like for this Bobcats so far, as close as the game is, only at 8-4, it has not felt that way.
Hill looks at a breaking ball that buckles him. Strike one. Fouls that one straight backwards, and he's in a hole 0-2. Hill's going to have to battle if he wants to drive a run in and help his team cut this deficit. Currently getting doubled, 8-4 in the bottom of the 8th. Hill with a chopper to second. Bowen makes the play and will retire Hill at first, but he does a job and drives in Stack, 8-5. Now Zips in the lead.
That just what Hill needs. Drives the run in. Harris advances to third. So a productive out there. Now Steinball walks in with 2 outs.
Steinball, the 9-hitter. Looks at a ball low, really good. It's smothered by Simchak in the dirt.
Steinball only 1 long ball in the year so far. Could he find a big-time power here to bring within 1?
Steinball with a good cut, but fouls it straight over the netting. One ball and 1 strike to the senior Cale Steinball. He was on it. Timed it up well, but fouled it straight backwards.
Steinball not afraid to go. He's not going to go down without a swing here.
Gonna have to battle. 1-2 count to the Bobcats shortstop. Here's Matthews' pitch. Laced into the dugout. Foul. Watch your lips over there on the home dugout.
Coming in hot down that third base line. Dugout giving Steinball some encouragement as he almost takes out a couple of them.
One-two pitch. Breaking ball got away from him. Count even 2-2. Matthews and Steinball both going to have to dig deep. Here's the pitch. Again, high and outside from Trig Matthews. And the string is out. 3-2. 2 outs. Bobcats down 3. Runner on third base. One of the biggest spots Steinball's been in his tenure in Athens. Matthews looks in from the stretch. Pops sky high. Simchak back towards the netting, right next to the netting, and it will hit off the bleachers and bounce up into the second deck here at Bob Wren Stadium. And Steinball's got new life. Each team barking out their words of encouragement for the respective fighter. Both have thrown jabs. Who will land the knockout blow? Steinball takes inches off the inside of the plate, and the inning continues.
You can hear the energy start to grow around Bob Wren. The Bobcats are within striking distance. Runners on the corners.
We will have
top of the lineup.
Coach Brian Folds will have a meeting on the mound. Looks like Matthews will stay in, but he had quite the glare for home plate umpire, the home plate umpire on the way out. powwow breaks. Matthews remains the hurler, and it's the top of the order, Brady Alexander.
And this is a close spot here where one call could make the difference between strike and ball, and there is not anyone better. This Bobcat team wants up. Already 3 walks today.
Alexander takes first pitch, a breaking ball, first strike 1. Harris stands on third after his double. Steinbaugh stands on first after a walk. Both teams holding their breath. Alexander fouls it straight back. He was on time, just couldn't square it up. Oh, 2. Matthews in the driver's seat. Good leave by Alexander. Just low and off the plate on a good changeup. 1-2 the count. The freshman Trig Matthews, the sophomore Brady Alexander. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Spiked it off the mask of the catcher, almost over the netting. Hits halfway up. Taylor Harris is able to run home standing. And the deficit is 2 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, you just see the young pitcher starting to feel the pressure. Spikes that about 5 feet in front of Simzak. And as you said, that almost came all the way over the netting. And there is new life here in Bob Wren.
2-2 pitch. Alexander puts his hands out and stays alive. Threw the shillelagh at it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-run game. Bottom of the 8th. Alexander takes low again that time. Simchak able to smother it. And we've got a full count. Our second in a row. Bobcat dugout is bouncing. Here's the payoff pitch. Alexander fouls it off again. Alexander walking with a little bit of swagger around the plate.
Yeah, and you see there are 2 very different vibes between either bullpen. Akron bullpen the dugouts are silent. So Bobby's looking to get on a roll.
Chop to shortstop. Beal makes a backhand play. Throw to first. Got him. A huge out for Akron. As they keep the lead at 2, but Ohio with some newfound life. We've got 1 inning left for you here from Bob Wren Stadium. Should be a fun end to our evening. Don't go anywhere. A.J. Dahlmeyer back out for the 9th inning. He misses high with his first pitch. He came in and recorded a strikeout to end the 8th. That one smoked left center field. Does it get in the gap? Yes, it does. A diving attempt by Harris. He stays down. He's slow to get up. Throw comes into third base. It will be cut off by Henson, and Harris is still down on the ground. Easton Edmondson got all of that baseball, drove it out to that left center gap. Harris tried to make a Superman-esque diving play, came up empty and came up gimpy as well.
Yeah, it looks like there's trainers from both sides going out. Edmondson also getting checked on. So both players maybe not 100% after that play.
Harris back to his feet on his own accord, which is good. And then the Akron trainers also heading back to the dugout.
That was a tremendous play by Harris. Was a little shaken up, but he will walk back to center field.
So both players remain in the ball game. As Henry Heyman will be up after the leadoff triple. And Akron looks for some insurance after the Bobcats cut their lead in half in the 8th. Heyman looks at a breaking ball on the outside part of the dish for strike one. And Dahlmeyer's second misses upstairs by the eyes. The lights have come on here at Bob Wren Stadium as we are firmly into the evening now. Caught and a miss from Heyman, 93 on the gun from Dahlmeyer. 1-2 the count. One-two pitch. Fouled right over the Akron dugout. Prince Dabuski almost took one right to the face. Almost knocked him on his backside. Here's the 1-2. Another one shot foul, 96 miles an hour. Dahlmeyer is throwing flames.
Yeah, now 1-2. This is a crucial at bat here. And giving him 2 foul balls. Got to put him away here.
1-2 pitch. Just off the plate for a ball. Evens up 2-2. Both the fans and the dugout wanted that to be a punch-out. Breaking ball. Good job by Heyman to lay off, and we're full. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Heyman slaps in it to right. Cam Hill having trouble battling the sun. He will make the play. Here comes Edmondson home. He will slide in safely with a sacrifice fly. And it's 9-6 Zips. Henry Heyman does his job. Brings that run in. And Prince Dabuski steps in. The left fielder has been hit by a pitch in his last 2 at-bats. Also has a single, a fly out, and a strikeout. 1 for 3 with a couple of runs. He lays a bunt down off himself. 1 ball and 1 strike to Duboski. Swing and a miss. A good breaking ball by Dahlmeyer. Fools him. And the Arizona natives down in the count 1-2.
Beautiful placement there for Duboski.
Chopped on the ground. Henson sizes it up. Gloves and flips over to first. A pretty close play that Duboski beats out. Alexander was ready to throw the ball around the horn. Coach C's going to come out and have a couple words with the umpiring crew.
Just a great hustle there from Duboski.
Coach C having a talk with the first base umpire. That was awfully close. Seemed a pretty routine play. Henson didn't give much charge to it. Duboski was running down the line hard. And now we will have a chat with the home plate and first base umpires.
Yeah, we'll see how long they allow Coach C to go here. Regardless of what the final result is, great hustle play from Duboski.
Safe will remain the call. So a single for Prince Duboski. He stands on first with 1 out for Akron. Simchak, who came to the game as a defensive replacement for a pinch hitter, will have his first chance to hit. Dahlmeyer first checks on Duboski. Mitch Simchak from Strongsville, Ohio. Northeast Ohio guy. Ropes one to left field. Boyd giving chase. He'll settle under it for the second out. Man, that looked like it had a lot more juice off the bat. Really kind of died down once it hit the outfield. Nonetheless, 2 down for Dahlmeyer. Tucker Beal, the shortstop. He's got a double and a hit by pitch along with 3 flyouts. He's scored both times he's gotten on base. Beal takes a cut and a miss at the first offering. A breaking ball for strike 1. Nine to 6 Akron. They've got 17 hits due the Zips compared to the Bobcats 6. It's impressive. This is only a 3-run game.
Yeah, for the Zips 17 hits, they've also left 17 on base. Something that Coach Folds will not be happy about post-game.
1-2 the count after the foul ball from Deal. Doubled last inning to lead off the inning. Came around to score on a Brody Chrisman single. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Stack. Did he hold on? Yes, he did. Dahlmeyer works out of it. Gives up 1, but gives the Bobcats a fighting chance heading into the bottom of the 9th. It's 9 to 6 Akron here from Bob Rent Stadium. 3 outs to go. If the Zips want to take a 2-0 lead in this series, and they call upon their closer, Floyd McKenna, to get the job done. 4 saves on the year McKenna has, and his first pitch is hit in the air by Grant Wilson. First base side, trailing away. Play is made. Blake Bowen snatches it down the line. He's almost at the 340 sign out there. It's an athletic play by Bowen, who's now got to come all the way in back to his original position.
At that point, I say Bowen just plays right field and everyone adjusts accordingly.
He deserves it after the play he just made. Reaching over his head with the sun. Cameron Boyd, who's got a home run today, went opposite field for a 2-run shot earlier in the third. Time is of the essence for the Bobcats. 2 outs remain. Down 3 in the home half of the 9th. Floyd McKenna fires a strike in. Had a save in his last time out against Northern Illinois, and the only win they picked up in that series on Sunday. Also, a save against Ball State the previous Sunday. Boyd smokes one on the left field line. Foul ball. 109 off the bat from Cameron Boyd.
That's the contact the Bobcats are looking for. They just need to straighten it out now and get it in play.
Three straight scoreless outings for Floyd McKenna. Total of 4 1/3 innings pitched without giving up a run. An earned run, that is. 2-2 to Boyd. Chopped foul into the dugout. Will Henson stands on deck, looking to hit with runners on. Boyd 1 for 3 with that home run. Swing and a miss on a good breaking ball by McKenna. And the Zips are 1 out away.
Just gets them up with the 85-mile-an-hour heater. And now Henson, the last hope Bobcats have.
The righty digs in with 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. His squad trailing by 3. Stares at a breaking ball. 4-1. That one just misses. Henson's got a triple along with a RBI line into double play and a strikeout looking and swinging. The 2 strikeouts, the most recent at-bats for Henson. McKenna falls down in the count 3-0. Dylan Shepard waits on deck for the Bobcats if Henson can extend the game. There's a strike from McKenna. He stays in the at-bat. Will get me over fastball. From the Pittsburgh native, junior, transfer from Lake Erie College. 3-1 count. Henson cuts and misses. And we're going to have a payoff pitch to see if we've got more baseball or not. Bottom of the 9th. Akron up 9-6. Will Henson, the last hope for Ohio Bobcats. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost hit him. And this game will continue. Will Henson reaches, and the tying run stands on deck. But first, Dylan Shepard due up.
That is the 8th walk administered by the Akron pitching staff. Not the position that he wanted to be in. Got the first 2 outs. And now brings up Dylan Shepard.
No one holds Henson at first. Shepard shoots one to the left side. A foul ball on the first pitch. Henson definitely going to go here. Nope, just kidding. Shepard on the ground towards second base. Gloved Bowen to end it. 9-6. The Akron Zips come into Athens and win the first 2 games of the series. We'll have game 3 tomorrow as the Zips try to close the Bobcats out with a sweep on their home field. 17 hits for the Zips, 6 for the Bobcats. And what was a competitive game till the end here in Athens.
Yeah, just not the way that this Bobcat team wants to end, but a much better result than the last night. Going into game 3, Bobcats are going to need to rely on this momentum that they built up here and get one back tomorrow.
That's all we've got from Bob Wren Stadium here in Athens, Ohio. I'm Eli Maestros, joined alongside by Luke Davis. We appreciate you joining us for Game 2 of Akron versus Ohio. Tune back in tomorrow for Game 3 right here at Bob Wren Stadium. Thank you, and have a good night.